For this lab, we're going to be looking at the constant velocity buggy. This buggy is supposed to have a constant velocity, so the speed is supposed to be the same. What we're going to be doing is I have some tape marked out on the floor. We've got a starting line, and when you measure from the starting line, you're going to start it right when the tires hit the first part of the tape, because that's what the measurements are based off of. I've got one at 0.5 meters. Again, when it hits the first part of the tape, that's when you'll be stopping your stopwatch. 1 meter, 1.5 meters, 2 meters, 2.5 meters, and 3 meters for a final. So there's going to be a number of trials for each of these distances, and you're going to be determining, based upon the trials, whether the buggy is running at a constant velocity or not. For this assignment, you're going to be testing the constant velocity. So when you get to the worksheet part, you're going to have all 3 time trials for each distance, which are in the videos that you can access through this link. Everything's there. It does have all 3 trials for the 0.5 meters in one video, all of the trials for the 1 meter in one video, so on and so forth. So let me just show you. So when you go into this folder, you'll see that you have 0.5 meter trials, 1 meter trials, 1.5 meter trials, 2 meter trials, 2.5 meter trials, and 3 meter trials. The best way to go about this is to have a stopwatch, because I make it so that the videos just go from one trial right to the next. Clearly I have to take it back to the starting line. I don't know if it's gonna, okay, here we go. So when you watch this, I recommend having a stopwatch so that you can time it when it crosses from one to the next, and make sure that you're timing it when it first crosses that first piece of tape, right when it reaches the edge. So right when it reaches this first edge, start your stopwatch, and then when it gets to the second piece of tape, right when it reaches the edge of that second piece of tape, because that's how it's measured out. If you have any questions, let me know, but all 3 trials are in each video. So you might have to pause and start and whatnot, but it'll at least prevent you from having to go into 3 different videos for the one measurement. Then when you get back to here, oh, wrong one. Then when you get back to here, you're going to fill this in. When you find the average, you're going to add all 3 trials for the 0.5 and then divide by 3 and put that number here. Make sure you include your labels. When you get down to the graph part, you're going to have your distance on the left and your time on the right, or on the bottom, I guess. And I would recommend printing this out so you can do the graph on paper. You can print the whole thing out if you want, and then you can just take a picture of it to upload it. But you're looking for a trend, so you're going to tell me if it's a constant rate, and you should be able to determine that based on your data. You should have a straight line and figure that out. If you have questions when you get your graph as to what it should look like, let me know. But we're hoping it's going to be consistent, and that'll tell us if it is an actual constant velocity buggy.